Aha! So Airpeace has now commenced direct flights to Dakar, Freetown, and Banjul from Lagos. Yeah, so start planning your trip, cause Airpeace got you. Lagos to Dakar, Freetown, and Banjul flights will operate on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the superb Embraer 195E2 jets. Fly Airpeace from Lagos to Dakar, Freetown, Banjul, and enjoy a world-class travel experience on the brand new E195. For bookings, head to our website flyairpeace.com or download the Airpeace mobile app on Play Store or App Store. Airpeace, your peace, our goal.
Psalm 23. God has set a table for two. One chair for himself, the king, and the second one, believe it or not, is for you. But of course, the enemy wants a seat at the table too. Anxiety wants a seat, envy wants a seat, worry and frustration want a seat. But don't give the enemy a seat at your table. Look up, go up, you're invited up the mountain of God. Move towards infinite power, splendor, love and beauty, healing and restoration. When we gaze upon the Almighty, we are changed by the captivation. Empowered to take every thought captive in the battle of the mind. Shame is silenced by his glory, and our future redefined. So draw near to Jesus. The shepherd is good. Our God is faithful. Take the place prepared for you, and don't give the enemy a seat at your table.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Solomon Izan Ashams, and welcome to Solomon's Temple. This is where we do it. We talk about all things faith. We try to encourage each other, investigate, and look at things from a totally different perspective. You know, we try to bring the angles that normally we don't casually look at it, or that's not what we do. So thank you so much. Obrigado. Thank you so much for coming in. And if this is your first time, welcome on Facebook, welcome on YouTube. Welcome those of you who are watching live and those of you guys who are going to watch it much later from all around the world. Thank you so much. We have an interesting story today. It's actually a part two, a follow-up story to a story I did sometimes I think early this year. Such a very sad story, if you would ask me. I'm a big believer in healthy marriages, but when one of the partners in marriage decides to make decisions that is contrary to biblical decisions, that is contrary to their covenant and their vows, then it creates pain for people. And that is just the major problem. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. So thank you so much, you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please, right now, I give you the time. Subscribe right now, Solomon's Temple. Don't just come here, watch, and then move on. Subscribe, please. And make sure when you subscribe, there's a bell there. Click the notification button, the bell. So anytime I come live or I upload a video, you're going to have access to it. So please subscribe right away. Brother Alan, as usual, from Kenya, thank you so much. Boni says hello to our favorite uncle. God bless your work. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret from Germany. Greetings to you also. Greetings, Mpumi. From Ratanda, right here, Masala, close by from Makupani. We have Refillway. Thank you, Refillway. Lizzie, another viewer from Germany. Takani is here. Janice from the USA. Thank you, Queen Leader. You are here. You've missed the lives, but we'll catch up over the weekend. Good. Please catch up. That's the way. You know, like when you just sit down on weekend and then binge. There's people that do that. There's my pastor actually in Abuja, Nigeria. She was like, Solomon, do you know there was a day that I slept at 5 p.m. because I was just watching your videos, you know, and I felt so humbled and also encouraged, and just to the fact that people are interested and watching and seeking for truth. We're all seeking for truth. I'm seeking for truth. Prunell said, hello, uncle. Way to go, my friend. Very proud of you. Thank you so much. Christine, you are here. Thank you. From Baklu, You are here. Thank you, Sherry David. Good afternoon, Uncle Solomon. Watching from Guyana, South America. God's blessings on your family. Thank you, Sherry. From Zambia, Peggy, as usual. Switzerland, we got Evelyn in the UK. We got Malia, and we have Edo. And then we have Nicholas all the way from Nelspray. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Rose from Minnesota. Yeah, quite a lot of people here. Michael is saying, I applaud this program as always. I pray God continues to strengthen you. I read this caption about this upcoming one and felt ish. God has mercy on us. SC from Freetown, that is Sierra Leone. Lovely West African country. I've been there once. And then we have Folasha Day from Isolo in Lagos. Thank you. I hope I pronounced it the Yoruba way, because that's very important. David from Austin, Texas, that is out in the USA. Telma from Zim, thank you. TJ is also here. I see you. I see you, Wisdom, and a whole lot of other places. Niall from Canada, I see you. I see you, Lyra from Uganda, and finally I have Amu watching from the Republic of Ireland. So back to the topic at hand, talking about scammed in marriage. How would you feel if you've been married for so many years and all of a sudden your husband says, look, I'm taking a trip to another country, country of my birth, and then the next thing, it's your attention was drawn to a celebration of a marriage, that your husband was getting married to another woman who is a pastor, a daughter of a bishop that is a big church in Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of Congo. There was no fight. There was no any sort of anger, animosity between them. There was no issue. Well, he disappeared. I've covered this story before, but we're just going to go through it again a little bit. He disappeared, and the next thing is getting married to a top Congolese pastor and gospel musician. Actually, if you're Nigerian, you know a guy called Tim Godfrey, a Nigerian artist that sang Nara, Nara. He actually was one of the artists that performed at that wedding in Kinshasa. Big wedding, big flamboyant wedding. So maybe I should actually give you some sort of some sort of a feedback, just even before you have what do you call it? Before we even bring in my guests, just so I show you some photos. So this is my guest right here, with her husband. They got married here in South Africa. She's South African, Leseko. And he is Kevin. He is originally from Congolese. He's originally Congolese from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Happily married with a daughter for so many years. No issue, any sort of problem, you know. So all of a sudden, he left her and the daughter in November, took a trip to the DRC, that's Democratic Republic of Congo. Just saying he's going to visit family and this and all that, maybe seek for 1 or 2 business opportunities. And then boom, he was getting married to a celebrity, gospel musician, pastor, well known, not just in South Africa, but across some of the Francophone speaking countries and across some of the branches of their churches across the world, even here in South Africa. So you can see him, you know, obviously, I don't think there is any level of deceit. He looks happy. Well, why should he be happy when he left a wife and a daughter in South Africa? How would you be happy? So it says a lot about the character of a man. It says a lot about the character of the man. Anyway, so his wife, because she's still his wife, has written a book that sort of like shares, you know, that carries this story that she wanted to. So I'm going to invite her just so we can have a chat and we get to hear about the book and also sort of like flashback a little bit what had happened since then. So help me welcome Leseho. Leseho, are you there? Your mic is off. Your mic, yes. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks,
You're welcome.
Solomon and your viewers. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you here. Last time I had you here, it was still fresh after
Yeah.
your husband Kevin left. There are quite a lot of people here that sometimes maybe they're watching this for the first time. They didn't watch the first video. But just to summarize for them in your own words, I kept trying to explain to people, look, you didn't have issues before he disappeared. No, he didn't disappear.
True.
He told you he was taking a trip.
Yeah,
But
he lied. He said he's just going, to find, like you put it, like to find business opportunities or job opportunities, speak to his family, and then he will come back home, back here in SA, like in a week or two. So he didn't sneak out like we planned it. I knew he was going. I kissed him goodbye. Everything was okay. Yeah.
How long were you guys married before then?
Well, we were married for 6 years. We dated. So in total, we were together for 8 years. Yeah, let me just
For
put it
8
that way.
years.
Yeah. I met him in 2012. He said he came to SA in 2008. So yeah, we've been together for 8 years in total.
And you guys, I mean, he had taken one or two trips to other countries to look for business opportunities before then, isn't it? And he was okay.
Yeah. And he was that kind of a person that, like, he wasn't traveling a lot, but I think the previous year he did go to Congo to get engaged, but he lied to me saying that he's just going to see his dad, to see his family. But when I put things together, after the whole story came out, it turned out that actually he went to Congo the year before to meet up with his new bride to be. So he went to Angola apparently first. She was preaching there. She was like ministering there. She was at a church conference. They met there together, and then they traveled to Congo, and then the whole engagement happened, and then he came back home, and then we just stayed here like the whole year. And I think it was also during lockdown, so he couldn't go anywhere. He was just stuck with me, I guess. And as soon as he had a chance to fly out of the country, then he went back to Congo. And yeah, he said to me that he's going to find a job because he wasn't working for a while. And boom, I just got news on social media that, hey, look what's happening out there. So yeah, that's the story in
What kind of
a nutshell.
relationship you guys had before then? You guys never really had any major issue getting separated, or
Nope.
the police getting involved, or
Nope.
people coming to settle you guys up? Because
Nope.
maybe there are problems that we don't know about.
There were no problems. Everything was fine, especially at the time, because I think I was working from home. He was also at home most of the time. So we were just like, we were okay. We were happy. We were just like, planning. The only thing that was like a bit of an issue for him, especially like he wasn't working. I don't know. You are a man. I don't know how it feels for men when they can't provide for their family. So that was the only thing that was like bugging him, and he was really trying to find ways to get out of that situation. So him going to his country, he told me that he was just going there to find a job, and then he'll be back to us here, to me and his daughter back here in SA. But that never happened. Ever since, he's been gone ever since. So yeah, that's it.
And the next thing that happened was for you to see a photo like this out there. When you saw a photo like this, what went through your mind? So this is Kevin Kasenya, right? Did I spell his surname correctly?
Kasia.
Kasia, okay.
Yeah,
Kevin
just remove
Kasia
the
and
N.
Exa Olangi. So for those of you guys who are francophone, who are wondering who the pastor and gospel musician is, her name is Exa Olangi. If you Google her, you're gonna see she's well known. She's well known. Even her parents are ministers, and they planted that Cholong, big church.
Yeah.
I think you can find it even in Canada or so, some of the countries in Europe. So when you saw this, it was like was it a shock, or was it like, no, I know he isn't trustworthy?
No, actually, I didn't see the wedding when it happened live. I saw it like a week later, and
But
like I
did you
don't
believe
follow.
it when you were told?
No, I didn't believe it. I was like, no ways, it can't be. That's my husband. It can't be. Who's that woman? I was shocked.
Mm,
I was like, no, tell me you're joking. But
mm,
hey, you can see it wasn't a joke. So yeah, my husband decided to go get married to a pastor while he's still married to me. So hello, yeah.
mm, mm, mm.
So I was
This
hurt.
is
I was broken. I was so confused. I was like, I was like really, I was just like not understanding what's happening. I just thought that maybe something is not right, or maybe I don't know. I was just like in a bad space. You interviewed me. You saw me how I was at the time. Like
yes.
I don't even know how I managed to get through that phase. But I'm okay now. Yeah.
Mm,
Yep. Yeah. God
mm,
has been with me. God has been by my side, and protecting me and my daughter, and just making sure that we are okay. And I've been praying a lot as well, because in times like this, you need to pray hard. You really need to pray hard. And that's what I did. I just went out there and I decided that, hey, you know what? This problem, it's just not like a normal problem. It has to be like on some other level. So I really had to pray hard, and I did. And then while I was praying, I just started like writing my, like my pain into like a piece of paper. Then a paper was like a notebook was like a journal was like a book. Yes.
yes.
So
I
that's
see.
what
I
happened.
see. I
Yeah.
see the cover of the books right behind you on the wall.
Yes,
Uh,
man. Yes.
which is good. So I mean,
Hmm.
this book is out now, and I'm gonna tell people later on. I'm gonna encourage you to order the book. You can check it out on Amazon.
Yeah.
You can check it out there. You can buy a copy from there. Tell us about, before we even come down to family
Hmm.
a little bit more. Tell us about the book, how it started, and just part of your process of just healing.
Oh, the book helped me so much, because it was like me telling a story to somebody else. Like I was telling a friend, or I was telling like people out there about what I went through. So I had
Mm,
to go through that story like so many, many, many times, because writing a book, it's not like you just write it and you leave it there. No, you have to like keep on going back to the story. And as I was going back to the story, it's like I was experiencing the emotions again. I was just like, it was taking me back to that time when I saw their wedding, when I was crying, when I was terrified, when I was at some point I was not feeling good. I was just like I couldn't even go out. I felt like maybe I've done something wrong. I felt like maybe God is trying to punish me, or maybe the world is against me. Like it was such a painful experience. And by
mm,
writing the book, it was like I said, it was like me telling somebody a story, or people a story, all over and all over again. And that helped me a lot. So
mm.
yeah, the book really helped me to heal. I'm still in a journey, but I'm in a better space now. Like I think I've done very well. I have confused
Mm.
the devil, so now the devil doesn't know what to do, or he doesn't know, yeah, how to attack me anymore. But yeah, the book is just about, yeah, my husband, and he was definitely a scammer. I like the way you put it. He was just like, it wasn't a normal husband who just left his wife. This man, he's a scammer. Because the things
Yeah,
that I heard about him, after this whole thing wedding, it was terrible. Like he's just a scammer. Him coming here to South Africa, lying, saying that he's a qualified doctor, while he was not a qualified doctor. He worked in South Africa as a medical doctor. He was working in a private hospital. He worked in a community clinic where he was busy operating people. How do you go around doing that? How do you leave your country and then you come to another country and you think you can just mess and you disappear? It doesn't work
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Oh, he's a scammer. There's a whole lot of things. So I would encourage people to get the book, because I have detailed like the story here, like everything that it's on social media, everything that is out there. I decided that, hey, let me write about it. For my own healing, even for my daughter, so that one day when she's like 16 years old, she's asking me, Mommy, where's Daddy? I can just give her the book. I say, I'll
Yeah.
just give her the book for her to read and then get to know about what happened to her dad. And another
Mm.
thing that I wanted to bring forth on this book is, you know what, I just want to speak to women. You know, like women, we go through so much, you know, and this topic really hurts me. And you know, when we are going through pain, it's like nobody understands. It's like they will tell you that let it go. They will tell that no, forget about him. They will tell you so many things. And sometimes they even expect you not to cry or even to say a word. It's like they expect you to just get up and go. But it's not that easy, you know, because I was married to that person. Actually, I was listening to your show earlier on while you were talking about women, like you were talking about marital stuff there, and I was listening, and it really touched me, like the things that you were talking about earlier on, Solomon. So what I
Mm.
want to say on this book is I just want to encourage women that, you know, they need to stand up on their own. You know, when things like this happen to you, don't be ashamed, you know, pick up
Mm.
pick yourself up. Don't be ashamed. You know, the end of the marriage is not the end of the world. There's I'm not promoting divorce, but I'm saying that should it happen, you as a woman just know that you'll be fine. It's not the end of your world. It's not the end of your life. You can still pick up yourself and try to do something with your life. Like what I'm doing right now, I didn't even know that I could write, like, but look at me now. I managed to write a whole book. Like,
Mm.
how many pages are
Yeah.
here? Yeah,
Yeah.
more than 100 pages, you know.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
want to encourage women, you know, to be strong and to believe in themselves, and don't feel bad about yourself when your life doesn't go the way you envisioned. Because I came from a family where mom was married to dad, my grandparents were married. So I came from that background of mommy and daddy being together, like husband and wife, kind of like a family model. That's what
Mm.
I had while I was growing up, and that's what I wished for as well. But look at me now. I don't have a husband now, and it was hard for me, like psychologically, because I was like, to me, it looked like the picture was not complete, because where I come from, you know, there's always husband and wife, there's always mommy and daddy. But right now, I have to be mommy and daddy, you know, and there's nothing that I can do about it. It's not by choice. It happened. I just need to trust in God that, you know what, he knows the plans that he has for me, and I need to believe that he will carry me through until the end. You know, it wasn't easy. I'm not gonna lie, but
Mm.
I think I'm in a better space right now. Yeah, that's all that I
Mm.
can say. Yeah.
Mm. The book is I Got Scammed by My Husband Who Married a Pastor. A true story
Yep.
of
That's it.
survival after hurt and abandonment.
Hmm.
You can get that on Amazon.com.
Yes.
You can just go search, go to Amazon and search I Got Scammed. So you can
Yes.
really learn. I think there are lessons there,
Yep.
especially when we get other people's story. The thing about stories is that's why we love stories.
Yeah.
There are so many lessons there that we can relate to, or we
Mm-hmm.
can learn what to do and what not to do. So it can help
Yep.
us to be aware of certain things, especially for women in relationship, in marriage, and all that kind of stuff. So please
Yeah.
make sure you go and get yourself a copy of that on Amazon.com. And for you, writing that and the memories of I mean, he is your husband. You are not divorced, right?
Not yet. He's
Yeah.
refusing. Hey, because he's denying. He's refusing. He's like nowhere to be found. He's busy fabricating and running away from the lawyers. And I
But
had to
he's
stay with
married
the mess.
already. He's
Yeah,
married already to another woman. He should let you go.
it's crazy. Solomon, I even wanted to sell this house that I bought with him together so that I can move to another place. He refused. He said to me, I need to prove to him where I'm going to live. Really? Why must I prove where I'm going to live? He left
You
me
want to
here.
prove to a scammer. A scammer wants you to prove to him
Yeah, it's
where you're
like
going to live.
I must show him where exactly am I going to stay. Why?
Is he a polygamous? Maybe he wanted to have
I
two
don't
wives.
know. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I don't know how things happen in his family, but as far as I know, things are not supposed to be that way. We never agreed into him having more than one wife.
Hmm.
But just the nerve of him to still try to dictate my life even when he's away. It shows that he's a psychopath. And when I
Yes.
tell people out there, they think that no, it's like no, no, no. It's like they saying I must calm down. They say I'm angry. I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm just telling you the truth about this man who's married to the pastor. Probably he sits in the front row there in church together, and
Yeah.
they pray together, and the church says amen. But when you
Yeah.
tell the church that, hey, this guy, he's a scammer, he went around with 3 identity documents. Like, who are you? How old are you? What's your name? I don't even know if his real name is Kevin or whoever he is. But it just shows that, it's just somebody who's full of I don't know, evil manners. Like, how do you do that?
It says a lot about just being in a relationship with somebody that you trust, that
Yeah,
you also have to do your homework and also
definitely. Yeah.
be careful, isn't it? Because
Sure.
maybe there
Yeah.
were red flags for you, or maybe there are certain things,
Yep.
um,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
the complication is he is from another country, so it's sort of like difficult to really know much about him. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? you
Mm-hmm.
know, but it says just how much we need to do some sort of background checks, a lot, and look beyond the person, look beyond the beauty
True.
of the
Yeah,
lady,
definitely.
look
I will
beyond
say that.
how
Yeah.
handsome the
Yeah.
person is, but to
Yeah.
really look at the integrity of that person. If there are certain things
Yeah.
that brings his integrity to question, you put
Mm-hmm.
a question mark. And I'm sure people would get that in your book, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Because when I was writing, because now I had to think back, like, how did I meet this guy? Like, what did he used to do? Like when I was like thinking back, I was like, actually, you know what? There were some things that were like not right, but
Mm,
being a woman and being in love, you just think, oh no, it's okay, it's gonna be fine, But
mm,
yeah, I've learned that I need to. I don't even know how to put it, but I think it's more of like getting to know the other person. Like, I don't know, I just wish people could be like genuine, especially men, like they could remove the masks on themselves and just be yourself, even if you think you are not the kind of man that I would like. It's okay, let me decide that. Don't come to me with your camouflage whatever, and you say to me, hey, I'm a doctor. You say, hey, I'm a businessman. You say, hey, I've got this, I've got that, only to find that you are not that person.
mm.
So for me, it's the book is just not for women. I would also like to actually reach out to the men out there, the gentlemen, especially the good men, because I believe that there are good men out there. Definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. So you as well as Solomon, like I would like men to eh, just teach other men. If you see your friend like going astray, just like tap him and ask him, like, hey, why are you doing this?
Mm, mm,
I know that you
mm,
guys, you get buddy, but I really want men as well to be frank with their friends, because what happened to me is, I was abused, and abuse is just not when somebody's beating you. When somebody lies to you, they think that you don't deserve the truth. When somebody comes and they lie and they manipulate you to give them money, they saying that, hey, their family needs what, because he would lie to me and say his dad is sick, he's critically ill in hospital, like he needs money and stuff like that. Of course, because I care about him and his family, I would go out of my way to help him because I care for him, you know.
mm,
But in the meanwhile, he was just it was just a game. He just wanted to
mm.
get whatever he could get, and then he left. And he didn't just get from me, he got from other people out there. If you read the book, you will read that there were other
Yeah,
people out there. It wasn't just me. But I'm
yeah.
speaking for myself. I wrote for myself. I'm not gonna write for other victims out there. But all I'm saying is, you know what? Men, please stop abusing women. But
Mm.
even
So
women
this,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it's also abuse. Somebody extorting money from you. It's financial abuse. Now I'm stuck.
Yes.
I still have debts to pay, and he's gone. He is
Mm,
still like he like, if I have to give an example of the house, like he's not here, he's not paying for the house, but he still have ownership in the house. And he even
mm.
have the guts to tell me that no, I must stay in this house. But while he's not in this house, It doesn't
And
make
he's not
sense.
paying.
He's not paying.
Mm,
That's crazy.
mm,
But
mm,
yeah, the book is out. Um, I'm feeling so much better, and thanks for this follow up interview, because people keep on asking me, "Hey, how you doing? You know, what's new? Can you update us?" So this is the update. I'm much better.
mm.
The
That's
case is
good.
not
What other
yet.
lessons did you, what other lessons, I was going to ask, did you learn
Uh-huh.
whilst writing that book that you can
I
share
think
with people, both male and female? Because the book is not just, it's not just for women, you know, it's for
yeah,
everybody.
definitely.
So
It's
I'm encouraging everybody to get it. But what are some of
yeah,
the other lessons that you say, "Look, I can look back now, and this is lessons for me to move forward, you
yeah.
know?"
Well, for me, the lessons learned out of my marriage actually is, you know what, when somebody shows you who they are, you know, because like you said that I'm sure there were signs there. Yes, definitely. And I think I might have overlooked them. But all I want to say to other ladies, even gentlemen, you know, when you see
Mm,
something, no matter how small it is, do not ignore it.
mm,
Don't think that, you know, it will go away, because the truth of the matter is, you know what, the people don't change. You know, the core values of the people don't change. People can change outside, say, hey, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, but your values don't change. If you are a scammer, you're a scammer. If you're a manipulator, you are a manipulator. If you're a
mm,
womanizer, you are a womanizer. So if you see something small that you don't like, or it looks fishy, you know, just don't ignore it. Act on it,
mm,
and be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, is this what I'm okay with? You know, take it from there, and then you make your decision. Another thing I would say that I just wish men could protect women. You know, I just wish that men had like that thing of, you know, like protecting your wife, protecting your children, you know, protecting your family. That's what I wish I could have gotten from my husband. But I just see that, hey, yes, I wanted that, I wish for that, but I didn't get it, you know. So as a
mm,
woman, you need to know exactly what is it that you're looking for, and then if it's not there, it's not there. And another thing which
mm,
is very, very, very important, you know, we need to r- both we need to be both under God. If we are saying we are Christians, we need to make sure that we are serving one God, you know, because people
mm,
lie. You know, when I met him, he said, yeah, he's a Christian, you know, he believes in God, but the things that he did, they don't show me that he's somebody who was Christian. Really,
mm,
they didn't show me that. So I think
mm,
let's put God before us, you know. Like you were saying that we need to be under God, you know, as both husband and wife, so that we can submit to each other. A man must submit to God, and a woman will submit to the husband. We need to do that, because uh, I believe that when the relationship is led by God, a whole lot of things can be avoided.
yeah, yeah.
But if God is not in the relationship, no matter how hard you try, you will fail. You
Mhm,
will definitely fail. So I'm just
mm,
saying to Christians out there, let's put God in our marriages. Let God be the center of our marriage. Let us be led by the Holy Spirit in our marriages. We shouldn't be excited about the things of the world, because I definitely think that my husband, maybe he felt like he was missing out. He wanted more money. He thought that going to marry that lady, you know, he will have access
because
to the church
obviously
offerings, you know. Yeah.
her family is her parents are multi-millionaires. I mean, they have a lot of money.
Well, I don't know about that, but just seeing the church, probably he saw that, hey, this is an opportunity, you know.
Yeah, from what I
Yeah.
see, they're very
He,
connected politically.
yeah, he saw an
They have
opportunity, and
churches everywhere,
yeah.
and it's a church that in itself is not like a church that is a church that is made to make the pastors rich. You know, those kind of Pentecostal churches. You know,
Mm-hmm. So
uh,
imagine him being next to the money.
yes, that's what it is. Obviously, you could see the wedding that they had. I mean, if you see a wedding like this, you know that a lot of money went down here.
Who paid
Uh,
for the wedding, Solomon? Because he was not working. Who paid for the wedding?
Definitely not him. Definitely her parents. And if her parents are like really, I mean, I still grapple with those questions. If her parents are really pastors, they know about you now. They should know about you now. The leaders of the church they know about you now. What lie has he told them that they believed, or they just decided to like let go without reaching out to you. I was saying, look, hey, you're married to somebody. This is bigamy. You're married to two women. Our church does not allow that. You know, so there's a lot of integrity questions around for me.
Yeah, I did reach out to the church, even to her, like the pastor herself. I did reach out to her, like to ask her that, do you know that this man that you're marrying is my husband, Mamfundisi? And she just she just blue ticked me and blocked me. Imagine that. What kind of
Just blocked you.
yeah. And then I also spoke to her sisters as well. They were like, no, you need to ask your husband, rather let him tell you why he did what he did. And the husband, of course, he's just like, he's not saying anything, nothing. He's just saying nothing, basically. Like he can't even face me. Every time he was called to court, he was just coming up with stories. He's not feeling well, he's got headaches, he's got stress. 1 minute he's in Canada, 1 minute he's in America, 1 minute he's in Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa. I don't know. He's just like a scammer who is like running. When they say Satan on his legs, that's him. He's a scammer. And I want people, especially the Congolese, I'm not going to protect that man. That man is a scammer. And you, from that church, you've got a scammer in your church and you're doing nothing about it. Nothing. I've spoken so many times. So many times. Yes, I do get support from some church members. They've been very supportive, like they keep on like comforting me, sending me
encouraging
messages,
you,
encouraging me. But there's another like portion of the church that are like stoning me away. They're like, no, go away. Why are you bringing your marital issues in our church? Church is not here for your divorce matters. If you want to divorce, go to court. If you want child support, go to court. If you want your money back, go to court. Imagine a church saying that. Where are we supposed to go as Christians? Where? I ask myself, like, for us Christians, if we had to be all arrested, like all the Christians, they are arrested, and then maybe the magistrate says, give me proof that you are Christians, what are we going to show? What are we going to show as Christians? What evidence do we have as Christians to say that, hey, I'm actually different from a non-Christian? That's what I'm like questioning myself, because to me, I don't see a difference from where I'm standing. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I need more prayers. Maybe I need more time with God. But for me, like, that's my question. Like, if we have to be arrested as Christians and the magistrate says, give me evidence, give proof that you are Christians, what are we going to show? Because I don't see a difference. If a church can chase me out and they say, no, get out of our face, go to court, where must I go? That's what we call church hurt. Why do churches hurt people like this? That's why some people don't even want to come near church, because they don't trust what's in the church. They don't trust Christians because Christians are not behaving the way the Bible is telling us the way Christians are supposed to behave. We need to correct that. It's not right.
Right.
It's not right, really.
Right. And now he disappeared, and not just left you alone, and he left you with your young, beautiful daughter.
Yeah.
How is she coping? Is she asking, where is my daddy? Has she noticed? How did you process that with her? Because she's young. How old is she now? 6, 7?
She's turning 7 next week, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. You know what? For her, it was very painful. I don't want to lie. Like, it's still, that one still touches me, like even today, because like I tell you that I come from a background of having mommy and daddy, and that's what I also wished for my daughter, to have mommy and daddy. But that's not the case for her, and I keep on telling her that it's gonna be fine. We'll be okay. She was, she cried. My baby, she really cried. Like even today, sometimes she would ask me like things, but I just keep an open door policy with her. I said, if you want to talk about your dad, it's fine. In the beginning, it was very hard for me to discuss her dad with her, like without feeling hurt or angry. But now we joke about it. If we see things that he used to like, it's fine. If she wants to talk about it, it's fine. Yeah, your dad used to like wrestling. Yeah, we laugh about it and we move on. But it wasn't easy for her. I don't want to lie. She was very, she was hurt. I had to take her for counseling, even myself. I had to go see like a therapy just for us to process what happened to us, because they were very close, and he didn't say anything to us. He didn't even say bye to her. Like, he didn't say, hey, I'm going, I won't see you again. He just said, hey guys, I'm going, I'll be back, I'll see you in a week or two.
Mm.
And yeah, he's been gone. And even now he's not keeping contact, he's not providing for the child. He says he still doesn't have a job. So I'm like,
He's traveling all around America and Canada, or
how, who's paying for the flights? I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
If he's
So
a
even on my
responsible dad, you remember he has a daughter and take care of the daughter.
Yeah, so even like the subtitle of my book, this is actually a voice of my daughter saying, "Where are you, daddy?" Because I think in her mind, she's, even though she looks like she's fine, but she is actually asking herself, like, "Where are you, daddy?"
Mm.
And that one, I don't want to
Mm.
lie, like, it hurts me. Me, yes,
And
I'm a big girl, but for
yeah,
her, really, it gets to me.
and there's nothing as painful for me as checking out a family that is broken and the father is not around and he left a wife and daughters. There's nothing like having for a girl growing up without a father.
Without a daddy, and I was so close to my dad, so
There
close.
is
Yes.
just it's just so wrong. It's just
Mm,
so not the way God wants it.
mm,
A father and his daughter, no, you know,
yeah.
except the daughter doesn't want to get close to him. I mean, she's rebellious. And it also helps you as a daughter to get stability to understand men, to
Yes,
grow,
definitely,
in
definitely.
such a way, just so you're not going to make mistakes. Men are not going to take
Yes,
advantage of you. When
yes,
you
so
get
that you can
married,
have,
you know how to. Even when
definitely.
you're in a relationship, you know how to carry yourself. You know what to tolerate, what
Mm,
not to tolerate. You know when you're being scammed, and all that kind of stuff. But then he's not
mm.
there. And he's
Yep,
probably not going to be there forever because he's gone. He's not even in the country.
yep.
He's not even making any effort. Very soon he's gonna start making babies with the gospel artist AXA.
I wish him to do that, so
You
that he
know,
can leave us alone. You know?
but it's we have to understand as men. Even that's why I want men to get this book. It's called
Yeah.
I got scammed. Right? I want the men to please go on there on what do you call it, on Amazon, and
Amazon, yeah.
get a copy of this book. I got
Yeah.
scammed because we have to challenge ourselves to be the right husbands, to be the right men
True.
in society. No one is going to challenge you. If you want to move with a crowd of men that are just doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Yesterday or so, I put on the post, I asked people, what is the one thing that is the reason why you are afraid to get married? And there were like over 300 comments on my Facebook page.
Mm.
No, I don't want to get married to a man who, after 3 years, he starts abusing me. No, I don't want to get
Yeah.
married to a man that, when it's weekends, he disappears. And then
Yeah, yeah. And he leaves you
you know,
alone.
like
And
how do
you
you
must look
even
after the
disappear?
kids
How do
at
you even
home.
go away? How do you even go away? You are married. The time with the boys is over. Yes, you can have a holiday and go away, but you cannot
Yeah.
just be going away with the boys every
Yeah.
weekend. You go hang around or whatever. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no. You're married
Yeah.
and you have kids.
Yeah. Actually, you bringing a very important topic. I really wish men would start having these conversations. Like, men must just talk to each other, like, like, talk about these things, guide each other. Because when like abuse happened to a woman, some men out there, like, he knew that his friend is doing that, and they
Mm,
don't say anything about it. So I just wish men, they could do better. I just wish men, they could treat women better, like, treat us like, we are like some kind of like an egg, protect us. Don't
mm,
just like drop us and abuse us and take money from us. You disappear to another country, you leave me in debt with a child. Because, Solomon, my fear was like, not like really a fear, but I was just like thanking God that, what, I thank you, God, that in the midst of all of these things, I have a job. Imagine if I wasn't working, what was I gonna eat while I was
yeah.
dependent on a
If you are
husband
dependent on
who
him,
just
yes.
decided to leave? how would my daughter be? We won't have food, we won't have anything. We won't
She
even
would
have a
go to
shelter.
school.
We won't
Yeah.
even have a home,
Mm,
because you know how things are in South Africa. If you take things in credit, if you don't pay, they come, they chase you out.
mm,
They chase you out, you go, you live in the streets. If you're owing stuff, they take it away from you. So
mm,
I just wish women really, they could really like invest in themselves, do something about your life as a woman. Do not, it's good, yes, for a man to provide for you, but also do something, be able to put a meal on the table for yourself and for your for
mm,
your for your children, because children are not just a man's responsibility. Even you as a wife, yes, a man is supposed to provide, but you also need to be able to look after yourself. What if that man dies? What if that man just disappears like my man disappeared on me? Then you are stranded. So especially young
mm,
girls, like I just want to say to them that, hey, don't waste your life. Yes, you can be in a relationship, you can be in marriage, but then while you are in there, don't forget about yourself. Live your life, push your dreams. Hold on to something, have something of your own, so that tomorrow when things are not going well, you can get up on your own and you fly again. Like what happened to me now? Yes, it was terrible, but I'm still standing. I'm
mm,
standing, and by the grace of God, I think God just prepared my way. He knew what was coming for me, so He just aligned, things for me that, hey, by the time these things happen, you should be okay. And like I'm saying, by the grace of God, yes, you can. I look much better than 7 months ago.
yes.
I was
Yes.
I was
Surely.
messed up. I was like,
Surely.
I was broken. I was like, whoa, I was I was not in a good space.
Mm.
But right now, I'm good. I'm confusing the devil. I can even play in tongues now. Hey,
Good. Good.
I can do those. How could I say it? No, let me not go there.
No, good, good, good to hear
Yeah,
that. Sometimes the reality of life is people are gonna hurt us, people that we
true,
love.
true story.
People that hurt us are not people that are strangers.
Yeah, hey,
90% of people that hurt us are people that we know, people that we
true
love, not
to
just know
us.
them, but we love them.
People that are close to us.
Their
Yeah.
family members, their
Mm,
friends, their
mm,
colleagues at work, their
yep.
guys in church. They're the ones. I mean, Satan is not going to bring somebody who's far, far away from you that you don't know
Yeah.
and use them to hurt you. No, you're going to be suspicious because you don't even know who they are.
Yep.
So the best way
But
for Satan to penetrate and to cause pain to you is to use people close to you. And when you're married,
oh,
the
that's worse.
person that Satan would want to use to hurt you is either your wife or your husband.
That's for me. That was
because
like,
because he knows when that person hurts you, it's going to be deep.
mm,
It's going to leave a scar on you,
yeah,
and that's what he wants to do. He wants to damage you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. He wants to damage you. The
yeah.
least
Like
of Satan's concern is physical damage. The least of
yeah,
Satan's concern is physical abuse.
yeah,
No, he wants to leave a scar because he wants you to have a very dysfunctional view of men going forward, and that would affect you and your
yeah,
relationship with God. So you're not going to see men the way God sees men because of one experience of
yeah.
one man who Satan used to bring pain into your life.
But I don't want to use that as like the end of it. Like no, because I believe
Mm.
that there are good men out there, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
surely.
So I'm not just going to paint all men with that same brush. No, no, no. There are good men
But
out there.
you see, for somebody like you, right? It's easy for you to say that because I listened to you in the course of the last 40 minutes that we're talking. You came from a home where you have a father and a mother,
Yeah. Mm.
and you were good friends with your father. That is
Mm.
the first and
Most
most
definitely.
important example for you. So
Yep.
you know there are good men
Yep.
because
Yeah.
my father was a good
My
man.
my dad was there. My dad gave
You
me
know,
all the love that I needed from a man.
exactly. So
Yeah.
things like these are never going to change your perspective about men. You
No.
just see it as part of life. But there are
Yeah.
a lot of women who grew up in homes where the father was never around. He comes
Yeah.
around sometimes, they don't even know their father, or the father was
Yeah.
abusive. He was
Mm.
not really being a good model.
Yeah.
So for them, they would take those experiences And if they're in your situation now, take this experience and put it together. See,
No,
there are no
man.
good
No, there are
men.
good men out there.
In my
I'm
father, I
sure.
didn't see a good man. In my husband, I didn't see a good man. There are no good men, but there are
No,
always good men.
there are good
There
men
are good
out
men.
there. Hey? I'm not giving up on love. There are good men
No,
out
no,
there.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
So
are,
yeah,
and we
for
must, we
women,
must, we
yeah.
must keeping on. Whatever happens, we get ourselves up, restore, get
Yes.
restoration, ask
Yes.
God for strength and grace. We
Yes.
move on,
Yes.
believe God for what you want. If you want to get married again, believe God for another spouse.
Yes,
You
man. Why
know,
not?
and you can't be in your 30s and not want to get married
Maybe
again.
maybe I'll find some Nigerian guy from that side of your country, hey?
Not a scammer. Don't get the scammer ones, okay? You
No.
must bring them to me. I must vet them.
Okay, I'll do that, eh?
Because
You'll
we have
find
a
me
lot of
some
scammers from
some
where I come
Oga,
from.
you
There are
know.
good husbands in Nigeria, but we also have a lot of scammers, you know.
Hey, even
But
South African men are good, hey? Because people they telling me that it looks like I love foreigners only. No, it's not like that.
yeah, you know, I've met a lot of South African women that would say there are no good men in South Africa. But
They
that's
are
come on.
good men, yeah.
I've met South
But it,
African men who have told me no, there are no good women in South Africa. I was like, bro, do you know what you're talking about?
but
I've
it's not
met
about
girls.
nationality. It's not about
I've met
nationality.
girls, and I know girls who love God, who I mean, they're like 37, 38 now. They
Hmm.
have never had any sort of sexual relationship with anybody.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's
I
not about
know
nationality.
I don't just know one or two of them. Well, and they didn't do that because they didn't want it. They didn't do that just because they believe in God. They know God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
You need
know,
to,
so I don't
yeah,
just know one or two of them. I can give you a
yeah,
list.
yeah,
So there are good women, there are
yeah,
good men. We just need
definitely.
to make sure that our values are very important.
Aligned,
That
yes.
who you are is your values.
And people must be honest, Solomon. It's just not about the values because if you come to me and you are hiding yourself, you are presenting yourself to me to be a good man, but you are giving me like a false picture. People
Right.
must be honest. Be honest with yourself as a man so
Yeah.
that the other person can see the real you. And even the woman as well, be honest as well to the men. People must just remove
Yes.
the masks for like forever actually in marriage. Let's just be
Yes.
ourselves. If we
Yeah.
know that you are not good at some areas, it's okay. Let people
Yeah.
know that you are not good at it. Unlike you hide and then you pretend that, hey, I've got this, I've got this. In the meanwhile, you don't even have it.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
be yourself. Yeah.
Just be
Let
yourself.
us
That's what
be,
it is,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
There are good men in South Africa. There are good men in even in the Congo. There are good men. There are good men in Kenya. There are good men in Nigeria. There are good men in Zimbabwe, in Zambia. There are
In
good women in all these
Botswana,
countries.
you know.
You know, we must just make sure we hear God and look for the things that are right in somebody when we are looking for a
Amen. Amen to that.
relationship, when we
Amen to
desire a
that.
relationship.
Yeah.
Uh,
Amen to
there's
that.
Tahiri here is laughing. She said, I've been dating a Nigerian man, but my family are so scared that he's a scammer.
Ha, what?
So I've
Oh
been
my
praying and
goodness.
there are red flags.
But if he's a scammer, Tahiri, please run. Take it from me. You must
Yeah,
run.
please watch and
Yeah,
pray, okay? Watch and
yeah.
pray. Prunell, you know her. She says, so glad to hear that you're not giving up on love, my friend.
Definitely, I'm not.
Yeah. Magahal says, tell your daughter that God is the ultimate dad and to have a
Yeah,
great
definitely.
relationship
I
with
will
him.
definitely tell her all the
Indeed.
time.
Angie Peter
Yeah.
is saying there are good men in Congo. Don't let the bad apple flood the judgment.
Yes,
Indeed,
Angie.
there are good men in Congo. I agree with you.
Mm.
No good pipe in Congo. I know many crooks from Congo. I know many from Zambia. Somebody contradicting it, you know. Yes, but there are, it's all the experiences because I have met one, two, three, five, 10 Nigerian guys who are scammers. Doesn't mean all Nigerian guys are scammers. I
Yeah.
mean, 10 out of millions. So I'm not going to make my judgment based on a few people that I've met.
But
I'm not going to.
Nigerian men, they are very good. Like they respect women. They've got that thing of like, oh my gosh, they really respect women, and it's like, yeah. They don't
Yeah.
want nothing happening to their women. That's what
Yeah,
I
you
like
know, we are
about
very,
Nigerian
in
men.
Nigeria, we're still very conservative,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
traditional as
Yeah,
well.
we're very
Yeah,
traditional, extremely
yeah,
traditional.
yeah.
So you different cultures, I mean, we have issues. It's not like we have issues, but when you compare a lot of like marriages or relationship in Nigeria to other parts of the world or other parts of Africa, you know, there's no country that has it perfectly, or no culture or tradition that has
Yeah,
it perfectly. But
yeah,
we're not doing a bad job, you know. At least we're trying and doing all that. And I believe even if you go to a country like Zambia, maybe there's a certain part of Zambia where you find out, well, when it comes to marriages, they take it seriously, you know.
Oh, okay.
They don't
So you're
they
saying
don't play
I
around with
must go to Zambia?
it. You never know, because you're international now, you're global now. You have a
Yeah.
global book on Amazon already. So
Yes,
please,
yes. They
guys,
must just
make sure you get
search
a
the
copy of
title.
that
Yeah,
book. Yeah,
yeah,
make sure you get a copy of that book. That is I Got Scam. It's on Amazon. Please
yeah.
make sure you can get the
This is
ebook.
yeah, they must just search the title. Here it is. I got scammed. Can you see it nicely? Just search it on Amazon and then you'll find it. Yeah. Search by the title, find it. You can buy like an ebook or like a paperback. And then for those that are in South Africa, if you want like a hard copy, I can arrange it for you. You can just call me. No, don't call me. Send me a WhatsApp on 067 686 2280. 067 686 2280. For those that are in South Africa and they want like a hardcover, I can chat to you on WhatsApp and I can deliver the book to you. If you want to send me an email, let's say hots@gmail.com. And yes,
Okay.
it was good chatting to you guys. Thanks so much,
Yes.
Solomon, for the invite. Yeah, this was very good.
No, pleasure.
Yeah.
What's the number again? 086 067.
067
Yeah.
686
Yeah.
2280.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this
So
is
you
for
can get
the
that. If you're in South Africa, send a WhatsApp
yeah.
message here. Then you can get a copy of the book. 087 686 2280.
Yep.
Please send a WhatsApp message there. You can order a copy of the book and get a copy of that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and I
Thank you
pray
so
God's strength
much.
over you.
Thank you so
Pray
much.
God's strength over you in all that you're going to be involved in. And I pray that the book would really be a blessing to so
Yeah,
many
definitely.
people that are going to have a copy and read it.
Yeah, I also want to help other women out there, like, like have something for abandoned women and, and children, because
Okay.
really, like, when
Okay.
I really got scared and got like shaken, like, I asked myself, like, what if I didn't have any resources? What was I going to eat? So now I think of that woman and that child who just got abandoned and they've got nowhere to go. They've got nothing on them, like no food, no shelter, no clothes. So I just want to do something, out there to help those kind of victims out there, because I mean, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's like it's not that easy. I don't want to lie to you. Yes, it's hard, but then the good thing is you need to have the will, like you need to want to be better. You must want to be in a better space. You must also want to heal, because you don't want to be in pain and cry forever. It's not good. It's not good for your
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
But it's not easy. But with prayer and with support from families and support from friends, it's okay. Because after my story, a lot of women, they came to me. They said they actually in bad relationships, they're in bad marriages, but they are scared because their families are not supporting them. Luckily, my mother, she just wrapped me around her, like she supported me. She showed me all the love that she could. She never said any bad things to me. She never like said, I told you so, or those funny stuff. No, 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 no. She didn't do that. She really just like, she was just a mother to me.
Mm,
So we need families like that. Yeah.
mm. Thank you so
Let's
much
love
again.
each
God
other.
bless you.
Thank you so much,
Uh,
Solomon, and your subscribers.
yes. All the
Yeah.
best for with the book,
Thank you so
and keep
much.
doing what you're doing. Keep supporting women that are
Yeah.
single, women that are married that need help,
Yep.
women that are divorced or
Yep.
problems in their marriage. And I will pray that
Yeah.
God will continue to use you in that way. Thank you so much. God bless.
I'll give you a free copy, hey, Uncle Solomon?
Yes, I cannot wait.
Do that. Okay, cool. All
All
right.
right.
Thank you so much.
God bless. Bye. That's Lesejo right there. Please get a copy of her book. I Got Scammed. It's on Amazon. Don't forget, it's on Amazon. I Got Scammed. Just go and search. Go to Amazon.com and search I Got Scammed. You can either get an e-copy, ebook that is, or you can get a hard copy. Go there. Maybe you need to get it for yourself and just go through the story, or you need to get it for somebody that you know they really need to read this book. It might just help them. That is very important. Thank you, family. Thank you so much for being with me and being here. Thank you for all your time. Please, if you haven't subscribed again, make sure that you subscribe to Solomon's Temple. I really appreciate that. And wherever you are, obrigado, gracias, merci beaucoup, nago day, eshe, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and may God continue to bless you.
Marriage. Of course, marriage is not your normal pop and face kind of relationship. It brings both excitement and disappointments. If you find yourself married in community of property and often delayed in your business transactions and dealings, worry no more. Because Masinya Attorneys uses the law to help you change from in community of property to out of community of property and vice versa. Call Masinya Attorneys today on 084 383 7747. We will sort you out with a high court application, and of course you get to keep your spouse. That's Masinya Attorneys on 084 383 7747.
Psalm 23. God has set a table for two. One chair for himself, the king, and the second one, believe it or not, is for you. But of course, the enemy wants a seat at the table too. Anxiety wants a seat, envy wants a seat, worry and frustration want a seat. But don't give the enemy a seat at your table. Look up, go up. You're invited up the mountain of God. Move towards infinite power, splendor, love, and beauty, healing and restoration. When we gaze upon the Almighty, we are changed by the captivation. Empowered to take every thought captive in the battle of the mind. Shame is silenced by His glory, and our future redefined. So draw near to Jesus. The shepherd is good. Our God is faithful. Take the place prepared for you, and don't give the enemy a seat at your table.
Aha! So Air Peace has now commenced direct flights to Dakar, Freetown, and Banjul from Lagos. Yeah, so start planning your trip, cause Air Peace got you. Lagos to Dakar, Freetown, and Banjul flights will operate on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the superb Embraer 195 E2 jets. Fly Air Peace from Lagos to Dakar, Freetown, Banjul, and enjoy a world-class travel experience on the brand new E195. For bookings, head to our website flyairpeace.com or download the Air Peace mobile app on Play Store or App Store. Air Peace, your peace, our goal.